Top of the top. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, y'all? We back. Yeah, I'm on early today. Let's go. Good to see y'all. Look, don't need to wait today. What's up, Mike Flame? What's up, bro? What's good, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. Day one. What's up, Natasha Jordan? What's up, Timo? What's up? It's good to see y'all. Y'all know what's up. What's up, Charlene? We up. All right. Got a lot to talk about. What's up, Mr. Brown? Shout out to New York, man. Shout out to New York. See, New York was the main crowd in the morning, y'all, because y'all know we got East Coast, West Coast. So when I was talking to y'all before about how I started understanding like people disappearing, the traffic, people just like the numbers for real, because a lot of the morning, this time of morning right here was East Coast time. Mainly a lot of people from New York was online this time of the morning, East Coast period. West Coast be going to bed 2, 3 in the morning, you know. That's right now, 6, 7. So that's how it was. It's like the East Coast be on early, then like after 12 o'clock, then the West Coast start coming on. But since a lot of stuff been going East Coast, yeah. And, you know, I know who's from where. A lot of, you know, so like when I see Natasha Jordan, Mr. Brown, so I know where they from. See, they from New York. So a lot of people from New York, I've been started seeing them disappearing. Like I'm talking about people that support. My whole perspective is not on people that unsubscribe. Told you nobody unsubscribe. And if they did, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that were everyday supporters. A lot from Florida, a lot from New York. You had the Carolinas, a lot of people on the East Coast, y'all, you know, yeah, they going through it. And see, the West Coast, they used to be up late nights, you know, because our time 3 hours different. So on YouTube at night, like 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., that's when West Coast people was online. And that's why it's a different flow at night. But long story short, yeah, you can see it in the morning. Top of the top, we up. Then y'all pull up, about to get into it. Good look. Good to see everybody. We up. All right, you about to get off work, right? Pulling that night shift. That's right. That's another thing, too. People work different shifts now. So a lot of people be getting off. They got to go. They about to handle their business. I know how it is. So life is just different, too. So a lot of people just don't have time to waste. We're going to get in everything today. We got a lot to talk about. More updates. When I told y'all about, we spoke about all this shit. I've been showing you this ahead of time, how it's going back to normal. Today I get to prove it again. Oh, yes. Today, well, Jay-Z is putting out he put out a special edition of Duce. He also has been re-releasing records. But, you know, guys, I told you that all that stuff was coming back. Records, CDs, DVDs, VHS. Yeah, it's also a new fad, man. It's like a fad. I'm gonna show you. We're gonna get into that today. But we're gonna get into it, y'all. Just entertainment. Let's go. Don't forget, this show is for grown-ups. This channel is for grown-ups. That's it. So everything is about just what it is. So it's hard. You got to be politically correct with everything. This thing is becoming way more sensitive as it's slowing up, as it's drying up. Everything is controlled. I told y'all before, right? So many things are repetitive. Are you noticing ever since you got certain apps on your phone, you don't control your phone no more? I got to quit. Did you ever ask for this app called Gemini to be on your phone? It's a lot of apps. Did you ask for them? Somehow they just on your phone, right? So I told you, man, we don't control our phone no more. The phone control us. We don't even have it saved. So what happens? Does your phone not update when it feel like it now? You have nothing to do with it. Remember before you had to update your phone? It does what it wants, right? All right. We don't control our phone no more. It's been like that. So that's the world we in. Everything is not what it used to be. And everything is not what it appears. For good or bad. So let's go. Dame has been talking. And I will give Dame is entertaining his interviews. Dame been holding back. But see, I just be looking at patterns and consistency. So Dame always talks. So I haven't been paying Dame no mind. But I see, this is what I do, right? I see stuff. I might not jump on it, watch it, but I just watch. Then when it's time, I go check a look. So Dame has been campaigning against Jay-Z for a little minute. He has. And a lot of y'all might know what happened yesterday. He allegedly did an interview with, he did an interview with Hollywood Unlocked Jason Lee. And I think it went kind of left. But I'm just telling y'all, man, this stuff is not over yet. For two, if I wanted to chase money and I wanted to participate at bringing Jay-Z down and making as much money off him as I can, I could have been participating in that shit since last year. Because I know the truth. The truth is, the same energy people have for Diddy, they didn't have for him. Excuse me, I'm talking about a particular people. So today I'm going to show you again how everybody around the world is still talking about him and never stopped at all. And I just want y'all to see something. We're gonna look at that today because I always do my updates once a week, twice a week, 2 times, once every 2 weeks, once a month. I'll be like, yo, you need to go check the real narrative. What's really going on? So I always know that too. Like, you hear me say stuff like it's slow, it ain't no entertainment, it's dead. Told you, man, I'm a hypocrite too. Because I always will tell you on the back end. The real media entertainment is against him, like I told you. The reason why the game is dead because nobody can talk about him. He was supposed to keep this internet going just like Diddy did. But it's a problem. Jaguar Wright went at him. Let me stop saying went at him. Jaguar Wright told her story. Dame is telling his story. But the problem is, it's not enough people telling their story. So when we talk about these other races, all other races been doing is to see how they're gonna handle this. That's all I've been watching. That's all I know. They understand that his community is gonna protect him. And they are protecting him. And they with him. See, they know that. So that's why today I'm going to show you the full-fledged campaign against him. And remember when I always tell you that it's not on YouTube. It's not where it can be paid and bought. But we saw Jaguar campaign, meaning she just was telling her story. They ain't been doing it too. Let's go. What else we going to talk about today? GAYLE finally wants to address the rumors of her and Oprah. You see how they want to address it? See, after my grandmother passed away, now they want to address this stuff. See, they want to address it now. We're going to get into that. We also going to get into Vivica Fox. Vivica Fox try to say something about people age shaming or something about, y'all judge how people look. I don't know what's going on, man. But we about to get into it. We got a lot to talk about. Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right. So my point is this. I've been trying to stay away from this particular rapper because he performs this week in Philly. So I don't want to make it like I'm no hater. I want everybody to see this thing clean as it plays out. Because I want the main thing people to get. This is not about no hate. It's about a reality that people don't want to accept. When I've been saying the thing that lines have been drawn, damedash have been separating itself for a minute. But remember, Dame was the clown, right? But now the table's starting to turn. Now, let's go. And always remember this. Media is media. But for some reason, everybody doesn't get the fair share of media. Because media is what? Control in one department. So now that I went through all of these different things of favorites, picking and choosing, Now you can see how this whole media thing always played out in certain people's favor. And that is why the same media that has been playing the media games have not stirred their cameras and video editing programs to talk about somebody else. I told them all in the end, the more they always going to escape it or run from it, the more they were going to lose credibility, and the more they're going to lose money, the more they're going to lose revenue. As he goes down, everybody's going down with him. Because when I tell you this man is a genius, he is the real trending topic. He is the walking money maker. But everybody's under silence, except for people like Dame and others. Got it? So I also didn't get a chance to load up because I ain't have enough room. Academics is also saying that some of his people been getting stalked. Also, it's been some things said towards Nicki too. damedash recalls competing with Jay-Z for Aaliyah. He said we both was throwing our bid in. So Dame is basically saying him and you know, they tried to holler at the same time. They was more or less competing for her. Let's go. damedash classes with Jason Lee in Raw BT interview. So, you know, Jason Lee is doing interviews. His show is on BT, YouTube. But if you remember, about a year and a half ago, Jason Lee allegedly was dealing with politics. He allegedly so-called stepped down. I think it was about that Diddy trial time or somewhere before that Diddy. Somewhere around that Diddy Cassie, somewhere. I remember Jason Lee allegedly had retired. But anyway, he's back. So he also, I think he's trying to help bring BT back. I don't know, but that's where the interview took place at. Let's go. damedash classes with Jason Lee in Raw BT interview. In a lively 2-hour episode of the Jason Lee Show on BT's YouTube. BT YouTube. BT YouTube. BT YouTube. So let's go back. When I said in the end, they all going to be YouTubers and podcasters, did I lie to you? All right. So when I tell you, there's a lot of stuff I could have been saying and doing. Their whole life is scripted and predictable. The same way I know they all going off the cliff. The same way I knew they all was going to be on YouTube in the last day. The same way I knew they was all going to have to stick together. The same way I knew that they all was going to stay away from this Diddy shit, Jay-Z shit, but in the end, they were going to be exposed on YouTube. So my whole point is, if they wasn't going to talk about Diddy and Jay-Z, they should have stayed off YouTube. All right? When I told you everybody's being set up, today I'm going to prove it. That's it. Let's go. They on YouTube with this. Let's go. So anyway, let's go. So what you seeing? Jason Lee need BT, BT need Jason Lee, and all of them need YouTube. That's right. Fans, subscribers, you want in the end. See, I spoke about how fans and always follow them. But in the last day, they are so sorry. They follow fans. Whatever the fans do, that's what they want to do. Fans got a cooking channel. They want to start a cooking channel. Fans, that's what's going on now, y'all. Fans was going live in their house in the bedroom. They go live in their house in the bedroom. So my point is this. Told you then they were going to be exposed, y'all. What's up, what's up, Matt? What's up, Fatima? Let's go. What's up? Let's go, Miss B-Lord. Let's go. So let's go. I'm going to speed this up, slow it down, and bring it back. damedash recalls competing with Jay-Z for Aaliyah. So he admitting they was competing for her. He's admitting it. We also know that Dame dated her, and he dated her. So bingo. Dame, I didn't know Dame was low-key kicking his back in this much. Because I'm saying that because I know he was on Art of Dialogue before this. And he also been saying things directly, calling out Charlamagne, calling out Nori, calling out Cam. Dame been going. He been the same energy Jaguar had. Dame on that type of time. Meaning he not holding back nothing. Dame, don't die broke, Dame. You did too much. They're gonna write you out of history. So hey, that's why I say I don't not Dame is the most qualified to talk about him. So Dame has been saying, what else Dame said? He basically was saying the same thing for the other female. You know, the one who we married to now. Dame said the same thing. Like, I could have went at her, but she was young. I didn't look at her like that. He said that about Beyonce. He didn't look at her like that. Now, let's go. Dame alleged that Jay-Z posed closely to Aaliyah in pictures at the event to make it look like he was screwing her. Although Dame knew that he was going home with her. So these are the things we spoke about. Now, y'all remember the pictures from the alleged Diddy party? And I put together for the pictures that he was just taking pictures with her because we looked at an old Aaliyah interview when she said that her and Jay-Z were just friends. And I understood that. And people also got to remember, see, that R. Kelly was still around at this time. So I also assumed that Aaliyah was still messing with R. Kelly on the low. That's my own assumption I made up. But that's what I believe. I believe as long as R. Kelly was like, I feel like as long as R. Kelly was making his music, Aaliyah was around, it was always a high chance that they could have still been, even if they was just cool. Not saying messing around, I'm saying even Aaliyah and R. Kelly could have still been cool. You see what I'm saying? My point is this. She said that her and Jay-Z were just friends. And we have proof that Dame was with her. So the thing is this. Dame is telling his truth that they competed for her. And he's saying that, yeah, he was taking pictures with her like that, but he knew at that night she was coming home with him. Because here you got it right here. Plus, you got to remember something back then. We got to remember this. This shit meant a lot back then, too. We're not going to look over this. This is very important. Jay-Z was the rapper. Dame was the CEO. So Aaliyah, as an artist, understands the power of the CEO. So she understands if I got a chance, if I could be with the CEO instead of the rapper, I'm going to be with the CEO. What else people not remembering? Back then, Jay-Z money, it wasn't, it wasn't what it is now. Him and Dame was in the same bracket at that time, something like that. Get it? So it's not like Jay-Z was over him money-wise neither back then. And he was the CEO. The clout. Which, look at it like this. Aaliyah could be like, okay, well, if the story is Jay-Z made it because of this guy named damedash that helped him, I need to be with damedash then. Maybe he can help my career. And maybe Aaliyah could be looking at the big picture like, yeah, Dame, I'd rather be with him. He's older, whatever. He's a businessman. He's smarter. I know Jay-Z's cool. He's a street guy, but I'd rather be with Dame. She probably could have felt safer with Dame. There's a lot of different things. But the point is, she was with Dame. And it could be for many reasons. So being that people looking back at it in time, every time I look at it, I'm going to look at it different. So damedash recalls competing. Now, we heard interviews, we all had our own assumptions, but Dame never said they were competing. So I'm just starting to see that Dame is starting to let things out. Yeah, let's go. So anyway, here we go right here. He said, elsewhere, he seemingly alleged that he and Aaliyah hooked up at the event, which didn't receive a good reaction from Hove. Last year, Dame was a guest on a podcast, POV, where he insisted that Jay-Z didn't date Aaliyah, although both men pursued her as a man. I'm never ever wifing a girl that any of my friends smashed. It's not happening. So what Dame was saying was, this man was trying to wife her up, and they were competing. And he also throwing a shot at Dame, like at Jay-Z, saying he wife up chicks after people ran through them. So we're going to leave that at that. All right? We're going to leave that at that. I don't know if he throwing shots at that Destiny Child life. I don't know, but it ain't just that we going somewhere, y'all. Now remember when I spoke about as long as they keep talking about his name, this stuff never gonna stop. What if I told you it's a whole campaign against him still with the Ep files? What if I told you I just looked online the other day, they still talking about Foxy Brown? But remember this one thing. It's all people around the world talking about it. Remember, to us it's old. To us, none of this stuff is new. None of this stuff is new, y'all. It's to the point where I don't even have a comment on this shit. It's just don't. It's old. We all know about it. I'm letting you know today, the rest of the world is breaking it down now. See, they know it just like us now. See, that's what I'm gonna show you that today. When I told you all races, I'm always gonna give you the update. All races be talking about this, all ages. Because they make a drama spectacle of it as they make money off it. So the same thing I told you when it was going down with Diddy, when I was showing you, Diddy is the biggest thing smoking, meaning everybody making money off him. And I showed you all the races, all languages, all cultures. Same thing happening with Jay-Z. But there's a difference. All of the black people in black entertainment, they're going to go broke not talking about him. That's why everybody's channel going to crash. That's why everybody's going to be in the gutter. Their news was real watered down, weak, real low-level shit, because the real drama, tea, action, gossip, whatever you want to say, is from everybody else. And don't forget, the drama effects from everybody else, they look at it different from us. To us, none of this stuff is new. That's why I say I don't have a comment on this shit. I'm just telling you what's going on, right? Dame is talking about the competition. But within this story, it's also making Jay-Z look like he's some type of, you get it? All right. I'm not going to say no words because I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about in a minute. Dame Dash was confused after seeing an eggplant Jason Lee claims he gives to people whose meat leak on the internet. And Dame immediately started to attack Jason and Charlamagne for being you know what. So allegedly, I don't know about that. Jason Lee claims to give Dame a eggplant. So that's why I tell you I don't watch stuff like that. But I think he gave him an eggplant award, something like that. I don't know. I just thought Jason Lee retired. Guys, I thought he retired. So Hollywood Unlocked disappeared during the Diddy trial. And they ain't covered nothing. Now they back. Now, y'all, the truth is, ever since Jaguar Wright went on Piers Morgan and said they're monsters, everybody ran after that. That's what really happened. See, I already broke all this shit down. I'm just going back in time. Didn't I tell you this shit was all over once Jaguar Wright went on Piers Morgan? Didn't I tell you that all media platforms been in the trash ever since then? When I already went through that, Jaguar was on YouTube, this platform, that platform, this platform, all that shit went viral. I said, but that don't mean nothing. I said, once she went on Piers Morgan, it became a world topic. And I said, once it became a world topic, everybody been on it ever since. And I said, it's only controlled in one department. When she went and said they're monsters, everybody ran after that. You ain't noticed. People start retiring. Everybody fell back. No, I told you, you're going to see something. I'm just getting started. Because when I've been telling you, Jaguar is viral, she been went viral on all platforms. I've seen all races talking about Jack. Meaning, I've saw all races play her clips. Because whenever somebody going in on them people, they always use her clips. I've seen all races, all ages. No, I told you, YouTube control. You know what I'm saying? Other things not. YouTube is for trending topics. Other platforms are for agendas. So when I tell you it's an agenda on people, that means every day, 24/7. Let's go. So let's take a look. What else are they saying? There's a lot of talk about people working behind the scenes against people. Lauren LaRosa and Charlamagne have allegedly been telling people in the industry not to mess with Nicki Minaj. See, what's going on is people are putting together an alleged team that works behind the scenes in the darkness. See, they starting to put it together. So remember when I said the fact that everybody's still online and everybody's still around after all the things they got away with, all the things they did, whatever it is, their affiliations, through time, it was going to show who's connected with who been together the whole time. So then people can start putting together on high levels, low levels. Oh man, it was them conspiring against me. Oh, that's why my album didn't drop. Oh, that's why Charlamagne didn't get me on the Breakfast Club. Oh, that's why. Oh, see, people gonna stop. They starting to put all this stuff together. See, and they didn't understand that. In the end, they was gonna be left to dry. See, I just look at it like mafia, like gang. Eventually, the whole mafia gets taken down because it's no such thing as you living in glory when y'all were all the mafia. When you were proud to be in the gang and the neighborhood says no more gangs allowed, you're not gonna be able to come back around and be proud as this gang member. So they don't understand, right? When Diddy went to jail, all their glory is gone. At this point, they just work. And I was telling you that even though they work every day, it's only one people that listen to them. Then it's only a few that believe them. These are just the facts. It's called time. That's just what it is. All right? It's no different from certain things you believe when you were younger, and as you got older, you just started seeing the truth for yourself. Nobody had to tell you nothing. You just started waking up. That's what's going on. Life has grown up. And I'm showing you this because academics is also saying that some of his people have been dealing with, like, they've been getting stalked out. Allegedly saying people have been taking pictures of people, stalking out people's homes, girlfriends. Academics low-key put a narrative out there that people trying to use intimidating tactics, certain things. And also they're speaking about the blackballing. So Nicki is speaking out 24/7, academics. And I'm gonna show you. And Dame, but Dame said, Jason Lee, you and Charlamagne act alike. Because you know Charlamagne and them was playing around with stuff on the show. And it was alleged that he was playing around with something on the show. So I don't know if he wanted to prank Dame or what, but this is what Dame said to him. You know, to me, you're Charlamagne, right? If you ever KISS at a man and said he had a fatty, pause, and he comes back, would you think he was GA? All right? So what I want y'all to get to, I'm also sick of this. To be totally honest with you, the way this whole entertainment game is set up, somehow every day I'm going to be talking about this behavior. Can you now see how this whole shit is rigged up for? Somehow every day we're going to be talking about rainbow behavior. When I don't want to. It's just when I told you that's what this game is and that's all it's going to be. How many times I told you that before it happened? So I be wanting people to understand. They purposely make these topics every day for us to talk about. So if he pulls out an eggplant on this interview, what does that mean? If GAYLE is addressing rumors of her and Oprah, what is that story about? All this shit gonna connect. I'm gonna show y'all something. Let's go. So my point is, y'all, told y'all we want to talk about them topics. It's all a setup. I'll get back to that. Let's go. Top of the top, everybody that's up. Good to see y'all this morning. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so look. The word is, right, okay, this whole control thing, where they're saying it's a group of people that work together that control things to control media narratives and alter people's career. Now, all of these things are coming out. So when I'm telling you for real, it is real news. It is real entertainment. But it's just that people can't talk about it. for many reasons. But Dame said he will forever worship Aaliyah's memory. He revisited old beefs with Jay-Z over signing Nori, because the word is that Jay-Z didn't want to sign Nori. And maybe that's why Jay-Z never sat on Drink Champs with Nori. All right. Dame also shaded Cameron for disloyalty, because the word is Cam turned on him. But Dame Dash calls out Nori over Jay-Z praise, saying you've been praising him too much. So when I tell you Dame been actually going at them, he been not, when I say not go, it's sad. Look, I'm trying to be correct, and certain words should not be said, because this is not even about Dame going at nobody. This is just about Dame just keeping it real. This is just about Dame showing us that he don't got to bite his tongue. That's all it is. So Dame is basically trashing them, saying y'all all got played. Like basically, Cam, you disloyal. Nori, you doing all this Jay-Z praise when he didn't want to sign you. Dame didn't stop there. Dame says he doesn't like Cameron's cheap teeth. So y'all remember Dame teeth fell out? And y'all remember Cameron that was joking on him? He now saying Cameron got cheap teeth in his mouth. You know, like Chief Keef? Yeah. They say he got cheap teeth. So Dame is roasting. He's going at everybody. He's coming at them. Dame ain't trying to die broke. Dave said, I'm going to go down in history as goddamn adversary. The only way to make money in this situation with Mr. Hov, you got to be an adversary. If you ain't his adversary in that game, you going off the cliff. You just are. Nobody wants to be Darth Vader, y'all. I mean, nobody want to go against Darth Vader. That's all that's happening. No, y'all, they are having Star Wars. This is Star Wars. Yes, it is. They having Star Wars. Tell you they imploding, man. Because reality setting in. Reality setting in. It was a lot of double crossing, a lot of shystiness. That money drying up. Guys, everybody confront. This economy affect everybody from the top to the bottom. So don't y'all think this economy going to affect people on a more money level, higher tax bracket? I know this affecting their money. I don't care how much money they have. This affecting everybody. Their bills are higher. Their bills going up. They got to still keep things going. They got to still keep all these obligations. No, y'all, they gonna have to go. They gonna have to get it how they live now. And the other day, what Jim Jones said, he want to do a verse against Cam. So you see, they're all against each other. But Dame is letting it fly, because this is how I look at it. If he was the CEO, why the hell should he be quiet when he know the whole shit? All right. Long story short, he just speaking his piece, but he's saying Cameron, he don't like his cheap teeth, saying he got cheap, you know what, a teeth job. Is he trying to say he don't got the exclusive porcelain? I don't know. So he don't got the exclusive veneers. So he's saying, Nori, you've been doing too much praise. So there you got it, man. And that's just part of it. He did Charlemagne, Nori, Cameron, Jay-Z. So I'm going to say it again. It's a reason why everything is boring, y'all. Because somebody really is the main topic. The main topic of entertainment and discussion. But see, like, look at everybody that might have been done wrong in this game. Some of them still scared. See, it's just like Diddy. Remember, don't forget this neither. People didn't start really talking about Diddy till he was in jail. But don't forget that neither. So a lot of people was having interviews about Diddy, but that's after he was locked up. That's after he was gone. So don't ever get that twisted. It's only a few people that was talking trash about Diddy while he was free in this Gene deal that I know, and a few others. But no, all those couch interviews was not till Diddy got locked up. Same thing with Jay-Z. You see how they quiet now? Knock on wood, if Jay-Z was to get locked up for a month, watch everybody start talking on their platform after that. They'll start having interviews then. Yeah, they know he's still walking. He's still out here. I know what's up. Everybody noticed. I'm going to show y'all everything. I'm just getting started. I'm just going to show y'all what the world's saying. So, as you see, Dame been going off. What Dame said? Dame Dash says Kanye's catalog is better than Jay-Z's catalog. That's up for debate. That's up for anybody that want to debate. That's a hip-hop debate. All right, that's a rap debate. Damedash says Kanye, his catalog is better. So when I want y'all to just see the energy Dame is putting out. He's not holding his tongue. He's going against everything. The question is why everybody else ain't doing that. Now I think Oskino as well. Oskino doing what he do from his perspective of the rock. Meanwhile, you saw Choke No Joke. Choke No Joke. Okay, he was holding cameras. He was there. You saw Choke. So my point is, it's thousands of people. It's hundreds of thousands. Hundreds. But everybody's quiet. Guess who's never going to go against that man? Media. That's who's never going to go against him. Because he always made sure he got direct ties to media some kind of way. I don't know how the hell he do, but he does. I think because he owned media companies. Yeah. So anyway, let's go. So let me show you another part of reality. Damedash says Kanye's catalog is better than Jay-Z. Let me show y'all reality for the people that be asleep. Let me show y'all reality for people that don't know what's going on. All right. Kanye West, live in Istanbul. Which what I'm showing you is Kanye West still sell out arenas. I also want y'all to get, when I told you around the world is past America or up to date, these arenas are high tech and on a whole nother level. American arenas are just now starting to catch up to overseas arenas. But I'm showing you Kanye West still getting his money. It's just that Americans turned on him. And you'll clearly see he's going to be in Turkey. Him and Travis Scott. So you know Travis Scott, they sell out arenas. So like I said, they make world music. So just to show you how in America, Kanye West is suppressed. Kanye West is not liked. And overseas, he's praised. Guess what else he's looked at as overseas? The guy that went against Jay-Z. The guy that went against Jay-Z. Let's go. Damedash believes nobody gives a F about Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. So Dame is trashing the album that he put out. That's the only thing that tripped me out. Dame is part of Reasonable Doubt. He's the reason, part of it, why it came into existence. Even he's trashing the album, saying nobody cares about that album. But he also knows this is the anniversary for that album. So he's also low-key trashing the show. He's saying nobody cares about that. Meanwhile, let's continue on. We heating up. Dame then brought up an all-white party that Aaliyah attended on July 4th, 2000, which was hosted by Diddy. Also in attendance were Dame and Jay-Z. So Dame is breaking down what happened that day when we all saw the pictures of them laying in that big-ass bed, whatever they was doing. He's explaining to us exactly what those pictures was about, something like that. He said, so me and Jay were both throwing in our bed. He's saying they were both trying to holler at Aaliyah. Until someone scores, it's on. Basically saying to one of us get her, it's on. And I was just on fire. I was just funny and everything was landing. So Dame saying he was able to make Aaliyah laugh. Dame continued, I didn't know I was going to fall in love. I just wanted to smash. So like I said, I already assumed that she had all their ass whipped. I already assumed that because I was able to see it in the end how they was really acting over her. So the way they all act, I already assumed she had them whipped. And that's how I look at it too, y'all. So he's telling you, they competed for her and he got her. Now we're going somewhere with this. He's talking to Jason Lee. Now, Dame was getting agitated because Dame was basically trying to make it like he's taking up for somebody. So he basically saying like, I'm just trying, like I said, I'm not trying to say certain things, man. Dame was basically trying to say you just like Charlemagne, meaning y'all work for the same people. And that y'all job is to take up for people. let's cut the BS. All right, enough of that whack shit. I'm gonna get back to that. Dan, let me tell you the real shit. I like to talk about the realness. The realness is suppressed. That's why the game is over. You see this man right here? If I ask you who he was, you ain't gonna know. You see those plaques on the wall? Those plaques on the wall let you know he's somebody, right? What is he talking about? How the industry has crashed. What else he talking about? How Atlantic Records is crashing out. Who is the number one artist on Atlantic Records right now? Who is the rapper on Atlantic Records? Now, don't forget, last year, before that, it was already said that Atlantic Records was firing most of their staff. But I also know that Atlantic Records signed K-pop, Blackpink, that label, that group. And I also knew Atlantic gave them new money. So I know what's going on. See, Atlantic ain't crashing. Atlantic has crashed in the rap department. That department is crashed. And it's only one rapper. That's right, Dramatic, the nerd. Cardi B is signed to Atlantic. So they are telling you, even though she went on tour, concert, all that, is not helping Atlantic Records. The rap department is crashed. That's why it was important for Cardi B to be a global aspect. Because I'm telling you, they make money globally now. If you're not making money globally, selling out arenas out the country, I told you that the interstate shit means nothing no more. Out the country. Which I'm trying to tell you, this is the word. You got to get this. It's all a Ponzi setup of exposure. See? The powers that be, the check writers got smart. This is what happened, y'all. They said, well, y'all always on Instagram. Y'all got all these views on YouTube. You entertainers got millions of subscribers. Millions. 80 million, 20 million. But why the hell y'all can't sell out shows like that? And why y'all can't sell out shows overseas if you have all these millions of followers? All these million subscribers. So I was trying to tell you, there's many ways they got exposed, and they're getting exposed to these fake numbers. They were telling you that all these concerts you kept hearing about not selling out, all these concerts, y'all, you kept hearing about empty. It was proven to us all they have fake numbers on the ground. It's no way you got millions. Come on now, millions. And you're not selling out arenas. And you can't sell out overseas. So I understand this because they did a test run with Taylor Swift. She had to go overseas and tour the whole time the Renaissance tour was touring. That was Beyonce's last tour overseas like that. And Taylor Swift made $6 billion on that tour. But she toured the globe. And that's when they was able to prove, okay, Taylor Swift in America, she got all this clout, all these people like her. She went overseas, she proved it. She went around the world, every country. Made $6 billion off a damn tour. So these labels got smart. If we can make $6 billion off one artist, or no, we can get some of that money. We don't need all that other shit. We don't even got to worry. No. So that's where it's at. When I was throwing it at you, you got to be global now. Like, if you're not global, they don't really care about you like that. Let me show you, like I said with Kanye. That's why it's important. In America, they're going to downplay Kanye and Drake. No. When Kanye go over there and sell out that arena in Istanbul, they're showing you that he's global. So even if America don't even got no he's going to be all right. Because he's a global figure. His music is global. When y'all understand he started making different type of music, he was making global music. But that is his bracket. This is also why the sneakers was selling like that. Because Adidas overseas. So I told you it was all a hype. Kanye's success is not from Chicago. It's not from New York. No. Part of it is America, but world following, y'all, world scale. Because of him and his wife, too. Y'all know that. From the whole situation with Negroes in Paris to the point him and his wife always over there, they were marketing over there. So even though America turned it back, I'm showing you Kanye's still relevant, selling out arenas. So even though you might be from America, just know that ain't no low-level arena. That ain't no low-level shit, period. All right? So this is how it goes. Global scale. All right? Global scale. Now, you're going to see somebody doing Yankee Stadium And Kanye doing what he doing. Now, let's get back to this. Let's get to the real talk. This man is talking about how Atlantic Records is crashing. They crashed out the rap department. And he's talking about how all alleged how Atlantic Records is trying to get a rich man to invest. Yes, they trying to get a rich billionaire from Nigeria to invest in their record label, which means I kind of see what's going on. If this rich guy invests, Atlantic gonna be big in Afro beats. So no, here's your proof. This guy is telling us that Atlantic Records don't have no rap department no more. The last rap artist is Cardi B, the last one. And she only dropped 2 albums in 7 years, something like that. Kodak Black was on Atlantic. He been got dropped. They're not making no money off rap. They're making money off K-pop now. So he's telling you that. See, this is what I always wanted y'all to get when I told you. All people cover this culture. Many people talking about what's going on. But I told you, you're not going to see him. You're not going to know. And it's not going to be on YouTube like that. The realest entertainment is this game crashing. And everybody that's crashing with it. That is the real entertainment. So the reason why it's so boring and so orchestrated, this corny shit, Kevin Hart, Netflix, it's because, y'all, all of the culprits are all together. When I say culprits, they are the ones accused of being the ones in the dark conspiring, where they don't have the same energy for everybody else like they did for Diddy and others. They covered the Young Thug trial. They covered everything. So I'm saying that to let everybody know when I said this was going to be the last year for media, everybody else is covering it, and everybody else is adding drama, dramatic effects, proof, background, insight. And I tell you, it always sounds worse with somebody else talking about it. I threw it at y'all that in the end, industry insiders going to start telling everything. Industry insiders. Why? They're not going to die broke. If I'm an industry insider and everybody else making money telling their story, I might as well tell mine too, right? That's what's happening. I know, put it like this, right now on YouTube, I've been saw it already. Engineers that worked in the game, that work with artists, they got YouTube channels telling their story. Certain executives, a lot of people been telling their story, y'all. So that's why I tell you, when I say I don't just watch one particular content, that's kiddie shit. The real talk is everybody who's not under silence, meaning everybody that's free. Everybody that's free to say what they want. So he's telling you right here, Atlantic Records is doing so bad, they ready to take money of investments from overseas. Get it? The motherland. Let's go. Now let's get into this shit like I said. See, I'm going to show them why they exposed. Not because of me. Always again, it's not me. I'm the translator. See, why they talking about Aaliyah and Dame and all this back and forth, when Jason Lee said he retired already, whatever, let me show you. When I tell you, everybody cover this shit for real. You see this guy right here? He been covering it for a minute. All he covers is the darkness. Then you got to understand, you see his complexion? If I asked you what country he from, you wouldn't know. But I'm going to throw this at y'all one more time. Now, he's talking about 50 Cent as a hero. What are you talking about? How 50 Cent only wanted to go against him and expose. And how 50 said he's going to make that documentary on him. And the word is, which you already heard, everybody's saying that the documentary on him will be way more darker. And what everybody is saying, including him, everybody is saying that him, I'm going to just say him, is worse than Diddy. The narratives are that are not true. The alleged narratives is he's worse than Diddy. The narratives on him is he did way more than Diddy and the worst. And I told you part of it is the stuff they posted online. It's things they posted. And I was trying to tell y'all, overseas and around the world, they're promoted as evil, wicked characters. They are promoted as evil, wicked characters. Hollywood got demonized. Hollywood Unlocked knows that. They got demonized. Outside America, Hollywood is demonized. How many times I told you to make? Okay, let me prove it to you again. When Jaguar Wright went on Piers Morgan in the UK. Hollywood got demonized around the world. We already know around here, went through the whole shit. It started 2024. Hollywood got demonized. When I tell you, it wasn't just Diddy. Hollywood got demonized for going to Diddy parties and Diddy behavior. Hollywood was demonized for many different things. But the main people at the top of the pyramid of being demonized is you know who. Then on top of that, they come with this Jeffrey stuff. That was another strike. Meanwhile, what I'm telling you is these are the things the world been feeding on. Where media is different here from over there. Over there, this is the hottest shit smoking, the most entertaining shit. But he is the one, when I tell you, I'm not one trying to bring them down. He's one of them people every day dedicated to bringing them down. That's why you ain't going to know his name or his channel. You ain't going to know nothing about him. But I want y'all to see why other people know what others don't. Let me show you what he's talking about. The main thing they saying on him, that which they never letting go, which is tied into this story with damedash. The way they, you know, is set, Dame is painting a narrative of how he pursues people. But see, the darkness these people are talking about him, I'm not even going to repeat it. I'm not even going to repeat it. You see what goes on him 24/7 on these accounts? I'm not even going to repeat it. But just know they talk about Foxy Brown. They talk about everything every day. It is people dedicated to exposing their dark side for the past 30 years. When I tell you I can ride this shit every day, I'm not on that campaign. I don't need that energy. So when I tell you this is how they look at him, this is the stuff they post on him. That what? This all the stuff he talking about. Now, what is he talking about? All the stuff they already posted online already. All of their behavior already. That's what they. I want y'all to get when I told you that shit y'all watch play. One clip of this, 3 minutes, blow your mind quick. Because it's two sides to every story. And like I say, when people just being quiet and they think they're gonna control YouTube, and I tell you all the time, you ain't gonna control everybody, which means they got more fighting to do. And no, y'all, this shit going somewhere. Because the stuff they say, if any of us said it, we'll be in trouble. Trust me on that. The stuff they saying in that video. And I just want y'all all to get, ain't nothing stopped. So like I said, yeah, these are cute little interviews and shit like that, whatever. Because Dan was like, you trying to take up for them? It don't really matter. Because I'm just telling y'all all. Y'all can play on YouTube all day, but there's some stuff they're really saying. And people doing real journalism, real research. You know what he said? I've been bringing y'all this information ever since Justin Bieber gave us an interview when he was terrified in 2016. So he telling you, they've been covering this shit. Because it was said that it was a time when I remember Justin allegedly did what Mace did. And it was said Justin was scared. And Justin was giving out interviews and revealing stuff. He's one of the people Justin went. So I'm telling you, when I tell you it's a campaign, when I tell you y'all all in the prank, like you all in the land of make-believe. Because the real entertainment is somebody. Now, what they saying, I will not repeat. But I'm going to just show you what they showing in that video. So how many times I told you this is their judgment? When Jaguar went on that platform and said they monsters. And then everybody start going back looking at all this other stuff. And they start putting stuff together of what you got to do to get rich, what you got to do to be at the top. Guys, I'm not going to play what you was being said. The same rumors that I kept hearing and keep hearing. I don't believe it. But they keep saying it's certain things they did to get to the top. And it's certain things they did to stay there. All you got to know is that's all in this video. All right? And he's the guy that campaigns against them with no fear. 24/7. This also is why they're not good overseas like that, even though I've been told you that. That's why you're going to see. They ain't, sir, I'm telling you, they demonized overseas, y'all. They demonized them. And that's why I told you the word is, all y'all down with it, that's who y'all are too. See this right here? I show you on all platforms. All platforms are shared on all platforms. They share YouTube on, you hear me saying? They share YouTube on X share TikTok on X on Facebook. All these shit just cycling. Unfiltered. Showing you the young generation. You see that guy right there, young generation? What he talking about? Jaguar Wright. I told you she's viral. Once she went viral, she's all over the world. You're not going to stop it. TikTok every day. Clips. Meaning the campaign is against them as demons. The campaign is against them on all the stuff they did to you know who. All right? And that's why I told them they got to really fight this stuff. So look, listen. That is what this is a TikTok video. Listen to how Jay-Z became the most powerful man in music by destroying everyone around him, one by one. One video, another video. See this video? Play. No, y'all. I told you, man. Unfiltered. Damedash says he never pursued Beyonce. She was a kid to me. So people haven't been paying attention. Dame low-key been throwing him under the bus and getting away from it, from that whole shit. Dame is part of the legacy. He's part of the 30th anniversary. Not only is he trashing the album, saying nobody cares about that album. I mean, he basically saying he don't want no more clout off that album. Dame has basically told us he wants nothing to do with that legacy no more. Then on top of that, coming back, bringing up old Dirks, see this whole Aaliyah thing and all of this Dame has been betraying is he pursues a certain type of woman. Like he got a certain thirst. That's why Dame was saying at first it was a competition against Aaliyah. And Dame also was basically saying he was in his feelings. But then he pursued her. But Dame basically saying he ain't look at her like that. So Dame says he never pursued Beyonce. She was a kid to me. That's a shot. No, Dame been campaigning against him in your face, y'all. When I tell you every day online, I'm like, yo, they still talking about this shit? Yup. Because I told you it's never going to go away. I be thinking it's going to go away. This is why I know the formula. Whenever this algorithm gets corny, whenever this algorithm gets dry, once it gets recycled, I know something going on. I'm like, hold on. Sometimes I get caught up in it. Like, yo, the game might be dead, but it ain't this dead. Something always going on. Then I say, let me check the other side of what's really going on. When I go check the other side, I'm like, yeah, people up to date. I'm like, yeah, here go the real shit. I found it. What they talking about? How the record industry crashing, the rap department. That's the shit I be knowing about. That's the real news. What's the other real news they talking about? Smoke on Jay-Z ass. The number one thing is he making money? Because I'm going to show y'all, man. They never stop. This stuff goes viral on him every day. Now, let's move on. We're not going to stay too dark. Their goal is to instill fear to get the heat off Jay-Z. All of this is recent talk right now. It is being said that all alleged. Well, I know campaign against him for a fact. Nicki is against him for a fact. Academics is against him for a fact. Because academics is saying his people's, like ever since that Drake stuff, his people's been getting certain things from a certain direction. And Nicki be getting certain. They putting out there like they've been getting stalked to some degree. How they've been behind the scenes telling people don't deal with them. But here's the saying. The goal is to instill fear to get the heat off Jay-Z. Now, didn't I tell you It's a lot of industry insiders telling a lot of stuff. Here's an industry insider. You see the plaque on? You see the plaque? All right. Told you a lot of industry insiders telling as well. A lot of them got laid off. They telling. A lot of them, they don't have no solid income. They're telling. That's what's happening. And at the same time, I'm showing you all this going on at one time. The saying is, somebody is way worse than Diddy. And the stuff that's being said, I'm not even going to repeat. I don't even want to put it on this algorithm. I'm going to show you what else they putting out there. I don't know what it is, but I know what they talking about. There was somebody said, they removed my video as well when I talked about Jigga Man. So I just posted this instead. And what they posting, I have no clue. I couldn't see it clear. But the key thing, I want to show you what they said. They removed my video. But on a positive note, for those who like to drink and celebrate, here you go. Jay-Z has re-released, he has released a special edition of Do Say along with the album. When I told you guys that everything is going back to normal, records, physical copies and stuff, it's all coming back. I gave you my opinion. We were in a virtual experiment for 15 years to see how long humans can go without physical contact, material things. And let's see how they will be after that. Another part of it is, which is reality. When I tell you it's a reason why people got rich so fast because of these quantum physics. The reason why we had to be in a virtual world, because it turned everybody into billionaires. They made more money off the virtual world than the physical world. That's why I say it was an experiment. It happened already. This is how everybody became billionaires off this online shit. Because you got to understand, everything we did online, somebody was getting paid for it. Every time you logged on, created an account, they were getting paid. But when it was all in the end, somehow you had your card signed up with that goddamn phone. That was the whole plan. It happened already. So now everything is going back to physical. When I told you these things, everything is back outside. I thought I was just talking. Dating, all I'm going to tell my people is everything we did before 2008, 2010 is back to that. You always had your phone. You still did everything normal. It's back to that. You always had a computer. You always had more than one cell phone. None of that shit was new. You still went outside. You still dated. You still did a whole lot of normal shit. Now I'm showing you. It was a trick for everybody to get rid of all this shit. That was another part of it. Albums are worth a lot of money now. I did this on my live 2 years ago, and I showed y'all all. I said, yo, records still out. I said, a lot of records worth money now. I said, guys, everything is going back to what it was. And I told hip-hop rap fans to their face, I said, if you love hip-hop and rap like you claim you do, you better start collecting the artifacts. They didn't believe me. What is Generation Z into right now? When I say Generation Z, I'm talking about the cool people. What if I told you, I'm going to just leave it right, check it like this. Generation Z is back into buying VCR tapes, DVDs. They're going back into watching all the real movies. Know what they realize? The phone, that shit controlled. There's a lot of things they don't know about because the phone controls it, and they going back to the experience like back in the day when we used to go to the record store, the tape store, being there talking. They getting them back to social life. But Jay-Z knows this. That's why not only is he re-releasing it, he also has re-released a lot of his albums. Yes. Because he understands the rebrand. But for anybody that drank Do Say and you a Jay-Z fan, he got the collectible for you. All right? He got the collectible. So you can have your special edition. Hey, you might buy more than one. One to drink, one to put up. But yeah. Why physical media like DVDs and VHS tapes seem to be making a comeback? Told you, they never left. What people don't get, those VCR tapes was actually high quality movies. Why you think shit that was filmed look realer than now? But this what people don't get neither, see? When you playing that VCR tape on a new TV now, and the sound on those tapes are different too. It's just like low-key going to the movies, basically now. See, when you got a surround sound system and you got an HKT, a 4K, with a surround sound, you low-key got to move. See, you're supposed to have all the classics we're supposed to never get rid of. So we were supposed to always keep all the classics because they timeless movies. But here go the game. We threw away the physical copies, so that made you what? Buy to watch it. Damn, that was my favorite movie. I'm gonna pay $10 to watch it for 3 days. Now our stupid ass paying to see movies we already saw already. Oh, and we still kept our movies and DVDs. A lot of these apps we weren't subscribed to. You be like, man, I still got that movie. I still got my Season of the Wire. My stupid ass had all that Season of the Wire, all that stupid. Don't got none of that shit no more. Now I still got CDs though. I'm gonna talk to y'all. I still got DVDs though. I got a few. Yeah, I still got a few. I think I got Power Season 3, one of them on DVD. I still got a few DVDs. I do. But no, y'all, this whole thing was the physical world. They put them in the virtual world. Now I'm gonna tell you something else. There's also a smack in the face to the generation that wasn't raised on this. I'm just gonna tell y'all what's really happening. Black culture really got affected the most. They made it with black culture the last 15 years. All the shit you good at, you ain't even gonna touch it. Y'all not gonna grow up with radios. Y'all not gonna grow up with touching. Y'all gonna grow up with streaming, iPod, never touching the music, never seeing the album, not understanding the record has a different feel. Recordings have a different feel. Speakers. Now you see what I told you. When you deal with hip hop, you're really supposed to play hip hop out of real speakers. You really cannot judge hip hop music by headphones or a phone or a computer. Hip hop must be played with speakers. You must have bass somewhere. Or if not that, you're listening to a hologram. That's why hip hop lost its soul. Not only the frequency of the music, how it's even listened to. That's why before hip hop, the music gave you a certain energy, a certain strength. But now, when it got changed, it made you depressed and it got weak. The energy was gone. See, your generation was raised without actually indulging in touching your culture. By y'all not playing records, guess what happened in the end? Y'all stopped learning how to dance. Y'all stopped dancing. Y'all used to always play music in the house and dance. Y'all don't dance no more. That's why y'all started going to the club and standing around. Because you stopped having physical radios, music. You guys only listen to music like through headphones and stuff like that. So y'all actually lost y'all soul because the soul was in y'all music. And when y'all listen to music, you listen to it in a way where it don't touch your soul. That's why when you were young, you grew up in a household with music. That's why music affects you different from others that didn't grow up in a household of music. When you grow up in a household with music, speakers, that shit blasting you, a toddler, that shit is deep in you. It's different. Seeing them record covers, seeing them records, they're in your brain. You part of this shit. But the whole point is the past generation, they wasn't raised like that. They were specifically raised virtually. When they were making rap songs on a computer, making beats on a computer, shopping on a computer. What that mean? They wasn't going to real store shopping like that. Now they order food, which means they stop going out. Now you see how restaurants start collapsing? Red Lobster, Applebee's, they stop going out. They're not the era of dating. Hey, how old were you when you took your girl to a first date somewhere to eat? Well, I know in New York, we do shit like that early. 18, 19, 20, we go on dates to restaurants. Chili's, somewhere. No, this generation wasn't doing that. See? Then when they was going out, they didn't know how to act. Because all they knew how to do was what? Get drunk and act a fool. Why they always shoot and act drunk? Because in the act of fool, they weren't raised to deal with outside etiquette. That's why they're the generation. Well, it's a saying called inside voice, outside voice. It really meant that they don't comprehend reality outside of their phone in the house, or they don't understand reality. You got it? They wasn't raised in that shit. Therefore, y'all, I'm telling you all that to tell you this. Other people that want their youngsters to be raised normal, they have gotten their children and youngsters back into the DVD, CD game. Parents are also back into monitoring their children's behavior. That's why certain parents have installed it like this. When you teens be online, you're going to be on the computer in the house. All you need is a phone when you go outside. You don't need all that on your phone. So they got it like how it used to be, where you was on your computer in the house, in the living room somewhere, or in the room, they open the door. It's back to that. And they getting their kids back into being social. Y'all know music, you trade music. When you're young, that's part of the fun. Let me hold that CD. We trade, we do stuff, we interact. All of this is to get the kids back to interact and being normal. So I'm just showing you these are all the things I spoke about for years. Now it's a reality. And get this part. They're saying all the kids that's not raised like this, they are now incompetent. Check it out. When I told you, people getting their parents, their kids back in the books back popping. Here you go. The bookstore boom is real. The bookstore boom is real. While physical media is making a comeback in 2026. So how many times I told you this shit? Boom. So I gave you a promise you're always going to be ahead. But since your media is so low level, I told you what was going to happen. It's going back to reading books. What fake books were they reading? Audio books. They went from reading audio books to listening to books saying, I read that book. You didn't read shit. You listened to it. You were in a virtual reality. Holographic. This generation, I told you, they are the smartest ones. They're raising Generation Alpha to be smart in tech and everything we were smart in. Everything physical. Talking on the phone in the house. No, young man, you're 12 years old. You're going to talk on this cordless phone right in this house. They doing that like we grew up. They're protecting their kids like we were protected a certain way. You don't need, all you need is a cell phone. You go out to call us down. You don't need all that. So, books. When I showed y'all on this channel, if you have a child, you can now get a book made with their name and a story to get them into reading. They got stuff like that now. You can get your child his own book, his or her own book. What's their name? Well, you send a company their name. What kind of story you want? You want your child to be a hero? You want what you want them in the story? Well, you give them the name. They'll put your child name in the story, and it's their personal book. These are the things parents been doing to inspire their kids to get back to reading. Why? You better get this part clear. When I told y'all all these little things, like it's not about our generation no more. Everything they doing now is for the future. We are has-beens. And I told you before, we are nobody to look up to. And that's what's being taught. They teaching them not to look up to us and to be way smarter than us. But in order for them to make them smarter than us, they got to teach them what made us smart. All right, so what else? But let's not forget, you know why CDs got deaded? We're not going to play. Because they understood people were getting rich off those CDs and DVDs. Get it? That wasn't paying taxes. Because for many people, selling CDs and DVDs was a what? Legitimate hustle. As far as not selling drugs, not hurting nobody, just providing entertainment. But it was bootlegging and stealing. That's another reason why they stopped it. They also made us go into a virtual world. You know why? It stopped theft. By us shopping online, it cut down stealing out of stores. It's a reason why they want everybody out the damn store. They did a game. We'll get everybody out the store. Then we're going to install the technology where they can't steal. Once we install where they can't steal, then everybody can go back to the store again. But now it's going to be people that don't have money will never come back to the stores. I tell you, that was the whole purpose of a lot of stuff. So here's the proof when I was telling you. DVDs and CD comeback. Yes, DVDs and CDs are experiencing a surprising resurge, led primarily by Generation Z. Physical media is making a comeback as younger generations reject Algorithm-driven reject. Algorithm-driven, they rejecting what? Controlled media, controlled streaming platforms. I told you they tired of that control shit. All right? Here it go right here. They say they tired of fatigue, scrolling, doom scrolling. I told you the internet is now played out. I've been telling you this shit. Here's the proof. It is said now it's for old heads and old people. Older people, meaning when you young, you know you fucking hip. When you hip and young, you want to do new shit. So they reversing it. Y'all gonna be online now, and we going back to doing what y'all used to do. We going outside. We collecting records. We are part. See what I'm saying, y'all? That's what's going on. And they said they tired of the control. Now let me prove it to you. That's part of why TikTok is where the young people at, because they know TikTok is unfiltered. See, this is how it works. The young generation know about Hollywood. They know Hollywood is an industry. They know Hollywood is an industry of control based on money. So being that they understand everything is based on money and control, that's why the younger generation don't want nothing to do with it, because they look at it as fabrications. And the young generation really want to know like you did when you was young. So when you was young, you search for information. That's what they do. And they understand that everything else is controlled on YouTube and other platforms. They understand that if we want to know what really happened back in the day, they always told us about the fun they had. They always talk about the 90s. So the only way we're going to really know is we got to actually indulge in these activities. And that's what they're doing. They're doing their own research about what happened back in the day. They're doing their own research of record shopping. Or, hey, let me buy this tape player, let me see how it really sounds. And they're doing that. They bring it. I've been telling y'all this shit. And what I'm going to tell y'all all, this is the honest God truth. It's all other races except for black people. All other races are the ones. If I to show you the commercial, I've been show all other races are the main ones tape shopping, CD shopping, DVDs. All other races still having hip hop competitions, DJ, rapping events, breakdancing events. All other races, y'all. All other races is the part of Generation Z. See, when they talk about Generation Z, it's two sides. They're not talking about Black Generation Z. They talking about everybody else. So Jay-Z knows that. So being that he know a lot of the youngsters back into buying those records, that's why he releasing all his records for the new generation, not the blacks. The Parody, I'm not trying to be funny. Y'all know damn well there's no record stores, no black neighborhoods, and you have never in your life heard of nobody in this present day and time talk about they're going to buy some records. Plus, records cost more than back in the day. Them shits ain't $10 no more. Them shits like $30 now. Yeah. Guys, this is how it played out. In the end, y'all culture was going to be worth a lot of money, right? Y'all culture was going to be worth a lot of money in the end. But somehow y'all got tricked to destroy your own culture and destroy it physically. Well, y'all the main ones not going to have no physical copies of y'all culture, meaning no evidence, no artifacts. All this shit, I told y'all it's all artifacts. I'll give you a clue some of the artifacts I got. I got a Sony boombox. Play the radio and the tape. I have a CD burner. Before Cardi B was selling her CDs, I had a CD burner. I've been understanding what's going on, and I've been giving y'all clues. Them same turntables, you can't even afford them shits now. You want a Gemini turntable? Go look how much that shit costs now. Back in the day, it was $500. Now them shit $1,500, $2,500. They made hip hop so expensive you can't afford it no more. I've been telling y'all this. Meanwhile, other people getting their kids into everything. Everything. You know, your kids are trying to make beats on a computer. They got them kids making beats on beat machines like back in the day. Your culture ain't been hijacked. You threw it in the trash. So being that y'all threw y'all culture in the trash, everybody else picked it up. Now it's worth more money than when you had it. That's what we're about. I gave y'all the clues when I said, look, say you still had a catalog of all your DVDs. All them shit's worth money now. Remember, in the end, they was tricking people to pawn them at pawn shops, all this bullshit. If you would have had all your DVDs and boxes like my stupid ass did, all them shit's worth money. Then don't forget, then it went to Blu-ray. Don't forget, if you still had your regular VCR tapes, all that shit worth money now. All classic movies, you can get $20 for them shits. That's the lowest. $20 a joint. You see what I'm saying now? You got 100. You mess around, got 100 DVDs that made $2,000 that quick. Because now you got the VCR tape, you got the DVDs, the Blu-ray, you got cassette tapes. Anything classic condition, they worth money. So you got the online sensation, but some people actually been opening up shops back, y'all. Like, you know how some people always kept comic book shops? They got the shops. I've been telling y'all what's going on. Oh, don't forget, even the game systems. A lot of y'all know that. All the original game systems still out. All the vintage shit. People don't. It's people that keep that vintage shit popping because that was the real high quality stuff, and that was the real stuff. So the youngsters now wasn't raised on this shit. They were raised virtually. So being that Jay-Z knows this, he bringing his records back out. You got to get your kids back into that shit on your own because they into this virtual shit. Now, here's the saying right now. I know a lot of y'all know about these shades. Y'all know these ain't nothing but Facebook glasses. That's all they are. But this the thing. We spoke about before they came out. People are now able to record without you knowing. And that's a topic people talking about, how it's certain ways you can know if somebody's recording you with their glasses on. Get it? Those glasses are low-key spyware. You get what I'm saying? So put it like this. In the wrong hands, like a pervert, they walking behind you the whole time, ma'am, and they're recording you from the backside. So just showing you, they're already saying it's ways. Put it like this. They're warning people. Hey, it's ways you can know when the people recording you with them. Because you got to remember this one thing. In the hands of a weirdo, weird people, those shades are dangerous. Get it? All right. Let's go. We up this morning on a Thursday. Shout out to everybody that's up. Check it out. Gayle King says Oprah Winfrey. The rumors. She said the rumors used to really bother her. That's what she says. But the thing is this is my whole thing. Why did they wait so long to address this stuff? Gayle King is now trying to get away from the rumors of her and Oprah. Once again, Gayle, no matter how much you talk, I don't think nobody's going to believe what you're saying. Because it's one little thing. It's not about the allegations. And it's not about you and Harpo be hanging together a lot and y'all been together your whole life. That's not it. It's something else. But Gayle King says Oprah Winfrey rumors used to really bother me. So I just wanted y'all to get y'all. I don't be trying to talk about these conversations every day, but this is the news every day. You are not going to go a week without any celebrity rainbow news. You're just not. These are the things I told you was going to happen in the end. It's just going to be scandals, sexcapades, sexuality. Somehow every day, every week, race and sex. So they're talking about their behavior. Now, the veteran journalist revealed on, she was on a podcast called, the show is called Call Her Daddy. The podcast is called Call Her Daddy. Get it? All right. She says that Oprah was the one letting the story ride. She says that Oprah could have shut down the rumors, but Oprah was on some, she don't want to address it, like on some let people think what they want to think. Now you got to remember, this goes back to the time when Gayle was not talking. Remember, she was just saw. We knew that was her friend, but you remember Gayle that had, she's talking about before she had the show and a voice. She's saying basically, Oprah, why you didn't address it? It's a reason why Oprah didn't address it. Because Oprah understood that as long as people speculated on this thing, Oprah knew about different fan bases. Like I say, this is something they always knew. They always know as many different fan bases. So Oprah understood she could run with this fan base. But my whole point is this, once again, it's not about their homegirls and they've been together their whole life. It's the fact that they don't have a lot of men in between that time. That's the problem for them. Now, if we had years of Oprah dating many men, GAYLE dating many men, we saw them on double dates a lot, like homegirls do, that's a whole different story now, isn't it? So I told you in the end, everybody will be exposed by their behavior. When you're in your 70s, and you've been accused of this since the 80s, but we don't have a track record of y'all with men like that. Stedman don't count. We can now say Stedman was just for camera. We have never seen, you get it? We know Oprah, I'm going to say she like men too. Get it? But we have no proof that they love men as far as relationship-wise, seriousness, in all these years. So that's really what makes them look the way they look. It has nothing to do about them being females hanging together. It's a such thing as best friends, being tight like them, I guess. But usually best friends have a lot of men in between them. You know, marriages, meaning the men are not hidden. You know, Gail, you talk about your husband. Where is he? So you also let the speculation go. Because the killer rumors a long time ago, Gail, you could have been tongue kissing your husband and recording that shit. So it is what it is. The question is, do you believe him? That's their business. But she says out of her own mouth, y'all, Oprah is the one that wanted to feed off the stories. She's saying Oprah had a chance to silence it a long time ago. But it's something Gail said too, because she talked sideways. What Gail says, she also said that she don't care what people think. So which one is it, Gail? She says she don't care what people think no more. Gail, you are the one that y'all portrayed this shit yourself, all right? You didn't speak up for yourself, Oprah didn't deny it. So what does that mean, all right? Anything unchallenged becomes the truth. So neither one of y'all challenged the rumors. It's 40 years later now. Okay. People accept it for what it is. All right. It is what, I mean, now, how many men are you touching like this throughout the years? That's the whole thing. That will balance this whole shit out. Now, we got pictures of Oprah kissing on men, kissing people. But Oprah was never in a serious relationship. And I know if she really wanted a man for real, she would have had one. Yeah. Throughout the years, we have not saw your husband like that. We have not seen you intimate with a man like that. So we don't know. It's y'all business. But you can't put it all on Oprah. Because y'all both always knew about the rainbow community and y'all always knew this makes money as well. So don't get it twisted, rainbow people. I told you it's not about nobody being special no more. Everybody will be treated like humans, but these guys understood it's a whole nother market and money bag. You got your family money bag. You got your single parent bag. Money's money for that. You have your same sex money bag. Those are separate money entities. They understood all those things. They understood it. If we just be all about family, we're going to shun the other people out. So they understood how to play all markets. So they will actually feed that they mess with each other. Even though, that's why I say it's set up where it could be true, it could not be true. Who knows? That's how they plan it out to the end, because it makes money. So I'm saying, because at the end of the day, yes, they both do deal with men, they do. But you know your role in this game. Your role, that's right. When you with her, she's Harpo. That's why you on the podcast, Gail, call her daddy. It's simple. It's very simple. But people grow, nobody cares. Now we got to talk about Vivica Fox. Vivica Fox is pissed off. She's speaking out. Why? Because they've been playing online. They need online to survive. No disrespect, but these are the facts that's coming out. The facts is they are all being exposed for using high-level AI filters. See, they was using it for a while. But what people don't get is, ever since AI is now on our phones, these are the things that they got access to. You know, rich people, Hollywood entertainers, they have access to everything way before us. And I always told you this. When they post on the gram, they've been using top-notch filters. Years ago. I say about 2-3 years ago. They've been using AI filters. But now they're getting exposed because fans are hip. So, being that I showed you the pattern, Rihanna, Mary J. Blige, Beyonce, GAYLE, Vivica Fox now, they're being exposed for using AI to make themselves look younger and have perfect bodies. Also, Oprah used it too. I told you that picture on the cover with Oprah with that purple dress, that's AI. Yes. So, this the thing. Vivica Fox is saying people need to stop shaming people for how they look. And it's not people shaming y'all for how y'all look. Y'all trying to flip the narrative. The narrative thing is y'all ashamed of how y'all look and y'all using AI, but y'all overdoing it. That's why people are talking about them like that. So she is saying like fans and people need to let up off people how they look. Let me show you an example. Vivica Fox on Hollywood. See? Vivica Fox on Hollywood judging women by their looks. People don't allow you to grace with age. No, that's not true, Vivica Fox. It's just that as you get older, you got to play certain roles, and that's what y'all don't want to do. Do we not know throughout history, guys, of entertainment? Don't have the celebrity get older, they play older roles. They might have played a young man when they, okay, Al Pacino played a young criminal when he was young. Al Pacino going to play an older retired officer now, an old man. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Everybody does the same thing. Leonardo DiCaprio, he was a young star. Now he plays the role of a grown-ass man. Brad Pitt going to play the role, grown-ass man. Meaning, they're not ashamed of their age. They understand as I get older, I just play older roles. Black entertainers don't want to face that reality. Do you see Vivica Fox in this picture right here? I'm going to just ask you one question. Do you think that's how she really looks? And it's not about that. I'm going to now show you how they do it to their self. They do it to their self. I know what AI look like, period. But I'm going to show y'all. That's Vivica Fox, right? You see it right there? Now you see it right here. Do you see the difference? This how you see. This is what people mean. You're going too far. You making your face super perfect. Your jawline, everything just so perfect. Your skin perfect. Your jawline, your neck small. You make it so perfect. But y'all don't get people see through that. Like, that's what they mean. Vivica Fox, you making yourself like you 30 years old. Meaning you're not even, it's not like you're cleaning up the picture. That's why people saying stuff. Y'all, they the ones looking like they're ashamed of their age. They still look good for, she still, it's not wrong with her age. It's not wrong with her. But see, they want to look perfect and they want to look younger. That's why people saying stuff. They going too far. Now it's at a point of deception. Like, it's like lies. So let's look at it like product. Let's look at it like I'm showing you real shit. It's not people's fault that they're not buying what y'all selling now. It is no different from when people start figuring out, okay, I don't want that no more. People just not buying what y'all selling. So people looking at it like this. If y'all gotta do all this to sell yourself, shame on y'all because we not buying it. It's sad. It's looking sad. That's how you looking at it. I'm letting y'all know. See, they going too far with it. You see Vivica, her face shape? Her face shape is nothing like this picture. So I told you, they the ones, they doing too much. Because remember, whatever these people do, they do too much, they abuse the shit. So they do it too much, and they just do it too much, y'all. But these are the same pictures that been on your gram. They've been using AI filters. But there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that they've been using it too much. And people saying they're using it to stay younger, which is not making sense. Because when you see them in real life, you're going to know that's not how they look. You get it? Boom. So this is starting to show a mental issue. This is a mental issue. Because once you got to start making yourself look a certain way, and you know damn well when you go outside, you don't look like that. It's an issue in your head now. Meaning you got something in your own head. And you thinking that people don't know that's not you. Or, damn, you come out and show no nothing like that picture. You actually make yourself look older than what you are. The fact you try to go younger, now when they see you in real life, guys, they're going to say, damn, you really look old. You make yourself look older than what you are because you're trying to be so young. That's how it plays out. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just showing you. They are having this, what y'all call it, them crisis? They having a crisis for real. They having this mental shit. They are, man. I've been watching them melt down. So when I show you people all around the world talking about them, no, y'all, they not playing with them. All damedash is doing is lighting fire. He's lighting fire under a lot of them. So he says out his own mouth, they were both pursuing the lead at the same time. And y'all will clearly see now that Dame has been campaigning against Jay-Z. All I was looking to see if he was for real, what he doing. Meaning if he gonna just go in, let off the gas. Now he been going in on him. He been going in on everybody. I think Dame is finally cashing out off his truth. If you ask me, y'all, I think the more reality setting in financially, I think the more things are setting in financially, the more people are gonna talk. I don't think nobody wants to go out broke from this industry. And that's why I'm giving y'all the clue. Let me show y'all the clues again. It's not just damedash talking, y'all. He's the CEO that's talking. When I showed you this guy that is an executive from Atlantic Records, he's talking. No, people are talking, y'all. People are talking. People are talking. It's just that YouTube is controlled by low-level content, janky shit, play, kitty shit, and wannabes. No real information will be spilled on these YouTube airwaves, all right? That's what I've been telling y'all from day one. YouTube is now the land of make-believe, guys, all right? Where people either do content for money or they just follow a whack-ass script. So therefore, I show you these things so that you will be aware in your everyday scheduling of you got the truth, you got the real world, and then you got everything else. So when you see that plaque on that wall right there, and that man is telling y'all to y'all face, the Atlantic Records rap department has crashed out to the point where they're allegedly trying to get a rich Nigerian man to invest. He said his name. See? So if they get money, put it like this, if Atlantic Records takes investment money from Nigeria, do you know what that means? It means they just bought the music department, which means Afrobeat's going to be at the top. Because I told you about world music. So breaking news, more layoffs at Atlantic Records. They've been getting laid off. Now catch this main part. The only rapper that you know signed to Atlantic Records is Cardi B. So being that it was the fuss about Cardi B made $70 million on tour, maybe she did, maybe she didn't. But the word is that hip-hop rap department and Atlantic Records is closing out. It already been closing out. They've been laying off, downsizing. But I think that Cardi album was the last strike. It's not making no money. I think if Cardi would have made it on a global level, y'all. No. Industry insiders telling you what's happening. When I spoke about many people are revealing. People are revealing. They removed my video as well when I talked about Jigga Man. So I just posted this instead. I'm showing you the people that's on 24/7, right? Check it out. Their goal is to instill fear to get the heat off Jay-Z. Now, let me make this clear for you. This is the real truth. Their goal is to instill fear into those blacks to get the heat off Jay-Z. Nobody else is in fear. Nobody else is in fear. Let's talk about it. Man, black people alone scared of a goddamn lawsuit. You know that shit. There ain't got to be no violence. That's why I say some people just scared to talk about it because they don't want to lose their channel. They don't want to mess up no money. Some people know all they got left is their platform, and they do not want to mess that up. That's part of it too. Then some people already got paid off. Then there's a lot of reasons why. But I'm showing y'all that the reason why entertainment is dead is because they can't talk about the biggest topic, which is your proof that your shit is controlled. Dame is not under the control faction. That's why you'll see Dame Dash goes totally opposite against the normal narrative. So I'm showing you what's happening is Dame is actually sticking a knife in him. Dame is also doing the same exact thing Jaguar Wright did. Dame Dash recalls competing with Jay-Z for Aaliyah. Let you know it was a competition. He also made it sound like they were two thirst buckets. Yes, Dame also admits that he was coochie whipped, which I already assumed. Because I was able to see later on, like, yo, they was all in their feelings over her. Like, yo, man, she had them whipped. But see, it's all a track record. It seemed to me when people fall out, it's always over something petty or a woman. It's like somebody be having grudges and they just keep them grudges forever. No, it's Bug. The same thing Jay-Z allegedly doing to Dame Dash is the same exact thing that Jordan doing to Charles Barkley. You know what I'm saying? So Dame is saying we both was trying to get that. This is what I give what Dame said. They both was messing around with her, but she was more serious with Dame in the end. Like, after the playing around, when it came time to pick and settle down, she chose Dame. That's Dame's story. Dame Dash clashed with Jason Lee. Now, why he clashed with Jason Lee? Because he was trying to say that, Jason Lee was defending him. He was trying to say that Jason Lee and Charlamagne are just alike. You don't got to believe nothing nobody said. It's all been in your face. I told you, they've been around so long, you're going to know about what they cover and what they don't cover. Anybody that didn't cover that whole Diddy situation, everybody that didn't cover ever since Diddy smacked Cassie in that hallway, anybody that stayed away from that, anybody that did not cover them 700 dildos and get the tea and gossip on that, nobody cares what they're talking about. See, everybody was waiting on the black department to expose what was in those boxes and baby oil and dildo. That's what when the rest of the world understood, they didn't talk about that. They lost respect. That's when they started saying, my guess is all of them did. I guess all of them, that's what they do. So that's why I told you what's going to happen. I said, everybody else going to cover this shit for real. And somebody's going to be the clowns. And like I said earlier, it's things I will not repeat. I'm showing you everything they said about him in real time. You see that word, Foxy Brown? You see what that word that start with a P? I told you this is what they call him. Every day. See that? They the ones keep bringing up old shit every day, not us. What you looking at? You looking at Jay-Z's history being taught around the world. Saying things about the word they said, like I said, Jaguar said they were monsters and worse than Diddy. But the word is, people that's doing their research, they saying they are. That man said he been covering this shit since 2016. He talking about everything. And the stuff he's saying, I will not repeat. He's saying things and showing things. Saying that it's certain things they did overseas and over here to get where they at and stay where they at. So that's why I'm going to tell them like I always tell them all. Don't worry about no low-level ass, janky-ass YouTube content creator. Don't worry about me and others. We have no power to do nothing to nobody. Nobody even hear our voice. But I told them all, if you want to put out lawsuits, if you want to stop somebody from trying to take you down, well, here's one of the people right here. When I told them all that, nobody's sparing them. And I'm talking about dedicated to taking their ass down. Dedicated. And when he tell these stories, the way he play it out, he make that shit look so dark and horrific, God damn it. Very scary. It ain't just a video. It's the stuff he's saying. It's the stuff they saying, y'all. Meanwhile, he knows this. So that's what I say. The more he's in the light, the more he's going to keep getting it. He's going to keep getting it. Damn is sticking a knife in him. Because this whole Leah conversation, it keeps breaking. Because I always tell you this too. I know Aaliyah was old enough. But other people that don't know no better, they be portraying this picture, and they portray Aaliyah as this young lady that was abused. Like they took advantage of her. Like they portrayed this thing of out of all the women they could have got, why he was trying to get her so bad. Like other people take it far. Like I say, this is nothing new to us. They portray it for what it is. Because remember, when you're not hip hop and rap, no, you don't gotta sugarcoat it. They saying they into that shit because of all the stuff they posted online. But what people don't get is they were teaching that shit. They were spreading their gospel. That's why everybody is the way they are. And that's why everybody else can't talk about it like that. But I want y'all to get, it's not a game. They are portrayed as straight demons overseas. Overseas, I done saw it many times. They are portrayed as straight demons. All right? You gotta look, you gotta think of all those pictures online. I'm not gonna repeat none of it. See this right here? When I tell you Jaguar's viral everywhere, whenever somebody coming at them as being evil, they always use her clips. Always. Listen to how Jay-Z became the most powerful man in music by destroying everyone around him one by one. So let's go back 2024. And I told you guys it's not going to stop. It's going to be suppressed. But I'm always going to show you how much they be going in on him. He is portrayed around the world as nobody to look up to no more. That's why I kept telling you these things like, there's only one department that's going to keep indulging in that shit. I was telling you, it ain't got nothing to do with me. What I told you, everybody outside y'all culture is doing the work. And praising 50 as a hero. Don't get it twisted. 50 being praised as a hero. You know what he's saying? He's talking about how 50 did the doc. And I remember 50 said he gonna do one on Jay-Z next. Well, the word is, like this guy's saying, the word is like they're saying is the shit on Jay-Z is very, very, very dark. Like the word is his documentary will be way worse than Diddy. Because of the stuff they alleged accused of doing. We're going to leave that part at that. I just wanted y'all to see. Ain't nothing stop on him. This is what they really be talking about right here. So as Dame and them talking about Aaliyah on YouTube, if I ask you this guy name right here, remember, you only watch who you like and who you know about. That's why you're going to know everybody that's so-called famous and everybody that's not. You're going to get your word from Hollywood. Meanwhile, he's going against Hollywood. Who's the joke on, y'all? Who's the joke on? All right. It's called When You're Free. You can say what you want. Breaking news. More layoffs at Atlanta record. Breaking news. More layoffs at Cardib record label. This shit getting real, y'all. Fuck around. Cardi ain't gonna have no company no more. She's gonna be independent. So you got your proof, even though they have all these tours, the money is not moving, the culture's not moving. They also all got tricked by streaming. Streaming made them all go broke too. Streaming was no such thing as real sales. Streaming is imaginary views and sales. That shit ain't shit. Y'all all know that. It takes energy to go to the record store, spend your money, find a record. It's an experience. Hip hop is an experience, y'all. Huh? KRS-One told you idiots. Rap is something you do. Hip hop is something you live. You ain't never lived hip hop if you ain't going to the store and buy no damn hip hop album. You ain't going to the store buy nothing hip hop. You thought you was dealing with hip hop. No, you were tricked. Your whole hip hop experience was on an application. That's right. Your whole hip hop experience, you got to give that credit to Google. You have no clue of the hip hop experience at all. It's all in your head. That's why you're going to keep arguing about Drake, Kendrick, all this bullshit. You don't know about hip hop. Hip hop is a culture, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That never dies. Hip hop is where, know what happened as well? Being that the game is over. Get this part. The hip hop is over, which made the artifacts worth money now. Hip hop is worth more money than artifacts. Same way they told you, the older acts make more money than the young people now. Hip hop is now considered ancient. Y'all thought I was playing. Nah. That's why, see, I know what Jay-Z did was rebrand himself. That's why he changed his name and he's re-releasing his history. Because he knows his history can be wiped out and erased and forgotten. Told you what's up. Told you he knows certain shit. He knows. He's smart. Well, I might as well put these records out just in case they try to do me like R. Kelly. Just in case they try to delete my shit out this goddamn computer. But don't forget, everybody's life and music will be erased off this bitch. Erased. Whether it's 5, 10, it don't matter. AI take over. AI gonna have this shit where nobody existed 10 years from now. Your ass be history. Unless you got what? Physical history. All those pictures online y'all took with y'all family, those wasn't real pictures if you don't got a picture in your house. If you don't got a family portrait in your house, you don't got no real pictures. This whole shit was virtual. That whole thing about the billionaire game, that was all virtual. But he knows this. Physical copies, I got more of a chance of staying around forever. That's right. See, they might stop my music from streaming, but they can't stop that shit from selling. This right here, he's doing this for the future. All this shit for the future. I told you, everything you're supposed to be doing is for your future. It ain't about us no more. All right? So I told you, all that shit is back because they got the new generation into all of that shit, y'all. The new generation is hip, man. They be having fun. So I told you what's up. When I told Generation Z, I know what's up with Generation Z. They just don't know their real history. That's all. Once they know their history, they'll be all right. The smart ones know what's up. See, what it is, too, they're not taking the same thing we did when we was young. What we do? Started researching the 70s. What we was doing? Watching old 70s movies. Go back, sampling 70s music to rap over. Now they doing that to us. Going back into the 90s, getting all the shit we used to watch, getting our old movies. That's also how they study us, see? If you want to know, well, damn, how did they live in the 90s? I don't know. Well, shit, if you watch some old movies, then you get to see how they was back in the day. And that's what they doing, the same shit we did. So that's why I saw the commercial this morning where Generation Z going back into them stores. I've been seeing this. Mind you, other communities doing it. Got it? You know how you go, you got thrift stores? Well, you got people that got stores strictly for the, meaning for people like us that collect shit, but the young people into it. Because they wanted to get the experience of going in the store, buying the record, talking to each other, searching, digging through the covers, giving them something to do. Plus, they get to get the full experience of studying the 90s and the 2000s. See, they're giving them the human experience of all the things we experienced. Y'all not looking at, we just went through a whole generation. They wasn't even riding bikes. They wasn't even riding bikes. You can have a young man right now, 16, never rode a bike, and he never even rode a BMX bike. He never jumped a ramp. He never popped a wheelie, not once. He ain't never jumped off the curb on a bike. See what I'm saying? That's what I mean. They're not normal. So this generation, now they getting back into it. Like, it's also being said they tired of the phone. When I already told y'all the phone played out. I told y'all all these apps played out now, meaning they secondary. Here you go right here. The bookstore boom is real. Physical media is making a comeback. Reading books. You want your kid to be ahead and smart? Start getting on physical shit. They still got all that shit, y'all. They got everything still. And why I'm saying that, because this right here. They saying that, boom. They want their kids to live the human experience. And they said, the young, like people saying, right? People in Generation Z saying this. They tired of doom scrolling. See, AI work two ways. Let me tell you how this shit work. See, it might be good now, but after a while, you're going to get tired of it. People tired of it already. Meaning, it starts to control you and tell you what you're going to do. You see what I'm saying, y'all? It tells you what you're going to do. When I tell you shit like, if you don't click on my channel, if you don't click on somebody's channel, after a while, AI you ain't gonna see it no more. AI gonna show you what it wants to show you. Everything on your timeline, after a while, they control you. So young people smart, they tired of that shit. They getting hit. Damn, all the information control. When I try to shop, that's control. When I look for movies, the main thing control. How I've been through that. Certain movies they don't want you to see. All the real classic movies are highly expensive, or you ain't gonna see them like that. That's where the store coming at. So young people got hip. You know what they got hip to? They say they tired of scrolling, looking at nothing. They tired of all this trash, and they just getting back into doing shit. As well as looking up stuff for themselves. Now, what that ties into, I'm showing you that with this Aaliyah shit. This is what I was telling you, where the young generation, they getting into all this shit themselves. They not basing no more on no interview nobody said on YouTube. They doing their own research. I'll give it to you a little bit clearer. Part of the new generation's motive is to debunk the older generation. Debunk them. Expose them. And that's why I was telling you, this generation is considered to be the most wicked. Why? Well, you guys did sell drugs, right? I told you he's demonized for selling drugs in reality. You proud of that selling drugs shit. In reality, he's the face of selling drugs. In reality, he's the face of crime, the projects. In reality, they seen all this shit right here. And people that smart on high levels in certain places, they know exactly what they taught you to do and how to be. They know exactly what behavior they taught y'all. That's why in certain countries and other places, they're judged differently. I got a question for you. You heard about different holy cities on the planet, right? Have you ever heard of them visiting a holy city? Now, you've seen other celebrities visit certain holy cities. I don't care what the religion is. Have you ever seen them visit a holy city? I'll tell you that it's not a mistake neither. Because y'all don't understand y'all don't understand this world perspective on shit. The plan was you're gonna look up to them, and in the end, you're gonna get shamed just like them with them. And you're gonna be accused of being just like them. Why? The face of unaliving people, the face of bang, 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 100 clips, the face of woman abuse, domestic violence to the left, throw them out, kick them out, put them in jail, the face of cheating, everything, foul. That's who you are now. That is what stuck. That is what he's talking about. See, the secret that is not a secret is their spirit is in everybody that loves them. And they know everybody that loved them or affiliated with them is not going to do the good work. And that's why the whole world is against them, which I told y'all a long time ago when I said the whole world in the end going to be against you too. Now some of y'all starting to feel it and see it. After all that crying, your cries ain't reaching. You want to still talk about Kevin Hart, George Floyd? Sounds good, but it's a reason why all this shit happened. And I kept telling you the number one slogan is nobody gonna stop it. Because it's bigger than what everybody think it is. That's why I show you this map. You look at your little cities. Let's look at all the cities. Now think in your mind how small all those cities are to the rest of America and the rest of the globe. When I told you all, nobody believes the stuff y'all believe. That's why it's a full campaign. See that? What they believe, what they say in America. Kanye West washed up. Well, bro, if you washed up, how the hell you sell out arenas? Oh, I forgot. You from America, and you think because you from America, America is so much better than Turkey. You actually think your city richer than Turkey, don't you? You probably think your city is richer than Istanbul too, don't you? I know you do. But you ask the question of how is Kanye West and Travis Scott selling out arenas overseas? which means nobody stopped his money, which means he still loved somewhere. But the reality in America is what? You better not say his name and nothing good. Hey, you've been around for a while. How long these bloggers been blogging? I can ask you today, who's all the bad guys of the internet? Who's the bad guys of the internet? Who's the good guys? Hey, if I ask you, who's the dumbest idiots you can tell me, right? Don't forget, Kanye was the first to go against somebody. Now Dame going against somebody. Jaguar going against somebody. What else I already told him? I've been told him that anybody don't interview Jaguar. Anybody don't interview Jaguar. Anybody don't interview her. I told you a long time ago what's up with that. When she was available to sit on any platform, when she was going off on anybody want to listen, you're going to see if certain people want no parts of her. And I told you that was their exposure. It's that simple. All right? So I'm saying all of this so you can see for yourself. This is not no hate on nobody. But it's a reason why your media is corny as hell. When you're talking about Kevin Hart from a Netflix special that was about 2-3 weeks ago, and I spoke about that the first time, I'm the first one came on here and told you they disrespected George Floyd. That was 2 weeks ago, bro. What they don't get, they was doing that to troll y'all. Why? People been getting slaughtered for decades. They even been online bragging about how they catch bodies. When we bring up one name, George Floyd, they get all in their feelings. And that's how stupid they are. Huh? You mean to tell me they even pick and choose who they celebrate when they dead? Yup. So they all come from cities where everybody die every day. But you can always get them worked up with George Floyd. All right? So here you got it. Dame Dad said he joked on Cameron's teeth. Dame Dad says he does not like Cameron's cheap teeth. So Cameron dissing Dame firing back, say Cameron got some cheap ass teeth. All right? So there you got it. Dame is not sparing nobody. Who else Dame diss? Dame diss Nori. He said Nori been giving too much Jay-Z praise. Dame calls out Nori over Jay-Z praise. So Dame he going against all of them, y'all. So y'all got it right here. He revisits old beats with Jay-Z over signing Nori. He shaded Cameron for disloyalty. What's the word, Dame? Dame says that Jay-Z never wanted to sign Nori anyway. That's why in the end, Jay-Z put Nori on Drink Champs. It made him sell liquor. Hey, this shit'll be funny as hell. I don't know if Drink Champs, I don't put it like this. I'm pretty sure Drink Champs gonna have this on there right there. I'm pretty sure Drink Champs gonna be showing this. The whole collection. That's right, Nori. You know your fucking job, Nori. Instead of paying for commercials, Jay-Z just paid you. They were smart. Jay-Z said, shit, same money gonna cost me to promote Duce this whole year. I can give Nori that shit. I can give him a percentage and keep the rest. So he understood. I don't gotta buy no Duce commercials. Shit. I don't need no billboards. Shit, I just pay Nori. Nori gonna be my fucking billboard and my commercial every week. Drink Champs. Nori, I ain't see Drink Champs. I don't know, but it's gonna be funny as hell if Nori put that record player on the table. He put all that shit on the stage. It'll be funny as hell. Miss Bleak gonna be in that one room. You know how he be in the, you know how Miss Bleak be chilling. Miss Bleak gonna be chilling with all that shit on the table. Then Charlamagne gonna have that shit. That's right, hoes sending out them packages. Don't forget, y'all, if you a Jay-Z fan, if you bring Duce, this a collector's item, you feel me? Here you got it right here, man. The classic collection. He also re-releasing those albums. So there you got it. So here's your chance, bro. You might have never met Hov. You might have been a Hov fan your whole life, bro. You know damn well you had Rockaway. You might as well get the bottle, bro, because you still got the Rockaway coat. You know damn well, bro, you ain't want to throw away that Rockaway shit. And you the one that had the Air Force One with the rock. You had them shits, bro. I know you ain't want to throw it away. It's all right. So now you can step it up with that. Now, if you the one that kept your Rockaway clothes, you got a nice hip-hop package. That right there gonna make it better. You feel me? Now you got this. You still got your rock jeans, bro. You still going to class. Look at your rock. Man, I remember them days. Look at the rock pants and shit. So boom, right? Here you go right here, hip hop. This is a collectible, all right? So he performs. Hopefully he does good. Hopefully I got the tickets. Other than that, music is back. Everything is back. GAYLE, nobody cares what you talking about. Because GAYLE is just now telling us that Oprah didn't want to squash it. She let the rumors go far. No, GAYLE, just stop, all right? We have no proof of y'all double dating. GAYLE, you talk about this husband that we never saw. Oprah, I mean, come on, man. I've seen y'all kissing and hugging more than anybody else, so I'm going to just respect that. It is what it is, GAYLE. Nobody cares. It is what it is. Vivica Fox says, stop shaming her for using AI. Even though, goddammit, Vivica Fox younger than all y'all now, goddammit. She younger than all y'all. She look better than all y'all, too. What's up? Shout out to the chat. What's up? What's up, Timo? What's up, y'all? What's up, Luxury Bucket List? So the thing is this. It's not that they use AI. They've been doing it too much, and it's been making them be exposed. So what's the joke? I mean, God, what is going to happen? What is going on, right? Meaning, is everybody going to just be using AI filters? Meaning, okay, everybody just going to be AI'd out. Then what? What Vivica Fox don't get? Vivica Fox, you come on the story. You come on TV. When people see you on TV, they're going to know damn well that's not how you look. Even in the car shield commercial, you don't look like that. That's the whole point. They try to flip shit and bounce it. See, this will be happening. They be doing shit to trick fans. Then when fans call them out, they want to diss fans. That's all that happened. They say, Cardi, you ain't sell no 70 million tickets. You ain't make no 70 million. Cardi, stop. She go online and start dissing fans. See? They just saying, Vivica Fox, you don't look that young. People don't allow you to grace with age. What you mean grace with age? You using filters. That ain't, it's you right here. I respect your age. But Vivica Fox, you cannot make yourself look like a whole nother. You can't be 54 and make yourself look like that. You look like you're trying to take somebody's man that's young. You see? Look right there. Meaning they changed their whole facial shape. Perfect. Perfect points. See that? All right, y'all. So she get mad because people like, yo, why are you using her? J-Lo got busted. They doing too much. They all getting busted, y'all. They doing too much. They just are. So they think fans are stupid, but they don't get fans ain't stupid no more. How many times I got to keep saying it? Meaning, when the fans didn't have AI, before they put Gemini on the phone and all these AI apps, they was able to get away with it. They've been using it. But now that fans, I'm telling you, people like me and others, we know AI, man. We know what it look like. So I'm saying, that's biblical right there. Man, there's nothing wrong with her. That's who she is, right? All right. You see her face, right? Her facial shape. She make her shit super perfect. Come on, Vivica Fox, man. So you can't be upset because it's not working. You just got to try something else. Don't try to be so perfect. That's it. Damn, you in your 50s, you can still try to look 40 or something. You got it? So then you got it, man. This is why I was telling you why this culture is based on lies and bullshit. It just is. Because you're able to lie. As long as you don't get caught, you can keep lying. That's how it works in hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? In this department. As long as you don't get caught, you keep lying shit. That's how it works, man. So other than that, what they still didn't admit it yet. They didn't admit it yet still. They play the playing game. Well, it's spread because of Oprah. Well, Gayle, why did you address it? I don't care about it no more anyway. I don't care what people think. Well, which one is it, Gayle? All right. Just showing you, man, they all play this goddamn stupid game, man. Meanwhile, I told you this department is going out bad. But not Vivica Fox. I will say she is actually working. She's in a new movie. She's also doing soap operas now. Yeah. Also, too, black people, they're trying to get y'all back into soap operas. They got black soap operas now. Yeah, they're trying to get y'all back into that shit. So, yeah, they're trying to get everybody offline. That's why online crashing, man. It ain't my fault. But, yeah, somebody said, man, right here, we're going to close out. Their goal is to instill fear to get the heat off Jay-Z and his company. All right? So that's why it say everybody, y'all department is punks. Y'all talk all that shit, but y'all scared. Everybody else, they not scared. That's how it plays out, man. You got a big mouth online, comment sections. You know, you got a big mouth when you like people, but you don't got the same energy when you go hard for George Floyd, a dead man. Meanwhile, people in your face right now, y'all be fucking quiet church mouses. They didn't want to go to church, but somehow they all turned into fucking church mouses. You feel me, y'all? That's who they are, y'all. So when I tell y'all they judge as the biggest hypocrites, that's who they are. That's why nobody respects them for many reasons, man. Not only do they slay and slander each other, they actually pick and choose who they jump. That's all it is. They didn't understand that time was going to go by, right? And it was going to be a clear vision that 1,000 celebrities got slayed, except for one. They thought people was gonna peep that out, y'all. So therefore, man, let them carry on. Let them keep going. Kanye West still getting his money. Don't get it twisted. Dame still going at them. And it is what it is. And they still talking about Jaguar right. All right. So got your tickets. On that note, we're going to get out of here. Y'all enjoy y'all day. And have a good one. And I'll see y'all later. What's up, One Deep? Shout out to everybody that's tapped in. Shout out to everybody that's tapped in. Hold up. Yeah, it's all online, man. So everything they put online, I don't got to say what they put online. All that shit being used against them is true. Yo, guys, I gave y'all a hint. You know, everybody kept talking about the Illuminati, evil, wicked. Well, the narrative that's pushed around the world, if that is true, it was your people that made Illuminati members. That's the narrative they pushing. Your people are the main Illuminati members. Get it? So understand that part. When you talk about Illuminati and that negative shit, the word is y'all were the most participants. That's how they being portrayed. I'm not even going to repeat the shit he's saying. The shit he said alone is horrific. The shit he said they've been doing. Mind you, I'm not even going to say how he be trying to say they got facts on shit. So I'm going to leave it at that. And it's being said that the documentary on them is very darker, way worse than Diddy. And this man is praising 50 for going against him. I told you 50 was going to be the hero in the end because he's the only one that went against him. Separate himself. Wow. Kanye separate, Nicki separate, 50 separate. They consider the heroes, whether you like it or not. You're going to see everybody online, what they going to do? They're going to diss 50. They're going to diss Nicki. Huh? They're going to big up Cardi, diss Nicki. They're going to diss 50. They're going to diss Kanye. And now it's playing out a certain way. And nobody going to stop it. All right? Because this is what he's talking about. Just know, when they talk about everything you can't talk about. That's it. And I don't got to talk about it, period. And Cardi B, this is a new thing you got to answer. They saying your record label is crashing out. They say your record label need a business loan. So here you got it. On that note, we're going to get out of here. Y'all enjoy y'all day. We out. One.